All right. Hi, guys. This is Miss Florzak coming from home. I hope everyone's doing well. Myself and Miss Mirtes really miss seeing you guys every week. And that's why I'm making this video right now, is because we want to continue the work that we've been doing on our mural. So we're looking at a photo of our mural right now. And we thought, since you guys are at home, you've got some time, maybe you all can start brainstorming some ideas for what we're gonna put in all of this negative space that we have behind what we've painted so far. So in our big blocks of color that we have in the background. So I can show you an example of something that we already started doing. This is the portion that I've been working on. So I filled in this kind of little burst section that was painted with green and yellow around it. And I started putting these symbols of these people doing different activities, different exercises. This was something that Mirtes found in a book that she had. And we just thought it would really look nice in this section of the mural to give it some more interest and create some texture. Just something that would draw people's attention to that portion of the mural rather than having it be an empty space. So we picked something that was pretty simple. We definitely want something that's going to be easy for you guys to draw repetitively. So you're going to be drawing it over and over again. So nothing too complex. So these little stick figure characters are not very hard to draw. So it did not take me a lot of time to do what is seen here so far. I still have quite a bit to go though, right? So each of you kind of had your own section of the mural that you were working on, and I'm gonna send you an email with this video, and I'll include the photos that are here as well so that you guys can see what colors you were working with. Like, for example, Trinity was working on the robot right here, and we know her background around her robot is yellow on one side and it's red on the other. So as she's starting to think about what she might want to put around this robot, she can think about what colors she would want to use as well. I'm going to give an example so that you guys know how to kind of get started on this and work on your brainstorm. And you can literally, all you need is a pencil and paper. If you have access to colored pencils or markers, that's great. We would love to see your ideas on what colors you would use, but it's not required by any means. You can just do some sketches for us and take a photo and send it over to us. We would love to see any ideas that you have. So I think one section, I'm not sure if anyone was in charge. I know you all kind of have your own sections, and for the most part, I know who was working on which portion of the mural, but I'm trying to find my photo. I don't know if anyone was really in charge of this. I think we had a few different people working on this section. So if I were to think of some symbols that I might want to put around what we have going on here to give it a little more visual interest, you can go ahead and just Google science symbols. We don't need to overthink this. Keep it simple, science symbols. So if you have a computer or even your cell phone, you can do this on either of those. If you don't have access to a computer or a cell phone, let me know. And I am working with the administrators at Dyett to try and make sure everybody has access to something to help them work at this time. So please, you can call me. We can figure something out. So Google science symbols and then just go to images and just start looking through what kind of images come up and what sort of things you feel like would make sense with our mural, with what it's about and what we've been talking about. For example, I know we talked about E equals MC squared. That would work with our Einstein section. So Cherie, that might be something you would want to explore. Don't pick something that's overly complicated because again, we're gonna wanna be able to repetitively sketch this out and draw it. When I was looking, I was really drawn to this piece of clip art right here because all of these science symbols are pretty easy, and there's something that I could pick one or two of these and maybe go back and forth in my sketchbook with drawing them and see how they come together to create a pattern or something of that sort. So I would move my sketchbook over and then I'd have my image reference in front of me so that I can draw from it. I know you guys can't see it anymore, but I have it tilted up. So I liked these like science beakers. So maybe I would start playing around with sketching out these science beakers and just see how I feel drawing them first. Is this something I'm comfortable drawing? that I think I could draw over and over again. Now, if someone else is into these science beakers, go for it. I am not claiming this idea. Someone else wants to try and use these. And I could go ahead and there's a couple different kinds on here. So I might pick 3. Hopefully everybody can see what I'm doing on the camera. I'm checking to make sure it's in focus. And I might pick 3 and then create a pattern out of those 3. So then I'll go back and I'll go back to my other one. Now I'm not worried about perfection right now. This is a sketch. I'm just moving quickly to kind of see, do I like this idea? Am I gonna continue to explore this, or am I gonna scrap it? I kind of like it. I think this would look really cool repeated over and over again in the background of our mural. So I'm gonna go back to our photo right here, and I'm just gonna kind of sketch out on my page this shape really quickly. I'm just gonna make a line, new sketch down here. I am not, again, worried about this being perfect. I just wanna see how these would look together. So this is gonna be a little messy, but we all know sketches are not supposed to be pretty. They're just a way to brainstorm, see how your ideas might come together. Okay, I'm gonna do a few more, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start playing around with these shapes again. All right, so let's leave it at that. I'm going to go back to my photo reference that I had. These were my specific shapes that I was using, these beakers. And I'm gonna see how I would like them if they were organized inside as a background to, I think these are our molecules, right? Not a science teacher, hopefully that's correct. All right. I'm drawing them pretty small. You could play with size and see what you think. And again, I will be sending everybody the photos of the mural. So you'll have a photo reference of the mural. Even I'll send your sketches over as well so that you can have that to look at. Sorry, sometimes my brain pauses when I'm drawing and trying to talk at the same time. So I would take some time to maybe fill in a section right here with that pattern, see if I like it. If I don't like it, I could scrap the idea and I could move on to something different. Maybe I would go back to this. This is an interesting shape. This could be something I might want to try. So maybe I would try that over here and see if I like that better. It's kind of hexagon. Again, I'm moving very quickly because who knows if I'm gonna like this or not. I just wanna get some ideas out there so I have some options to choose from. This is kind of cool. I don't know if I would like this because it might blend too much in. It's a little too similar to what I already have in the foreground. I think this has more contrast, it's different. So I like that idea better. I could look for a third idea, but for the sake of this video, I think you guys understand the starting point here. What I would do next is I would sketch out whichever idea I like better, which I think I would go with this one. Maybe I would do it on another page a little bigger, or if this is big enough to play around with your colors, you can do that. So again, this is only if you have color. If you do not have access to color, do not worry. But I need blue because that's what I had on the mural, and then I need green. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of try to recreate the colors we had on the mural. I would go ahead and fill this in. Each of these circles were blue. We had not yet painted the connection pieces right here, so I can leave those blank for right now. You know, I know we had yellow in the background, so maybe I had like a swooping yellow right here. We had a green, so we had like a circle shape of green right here, and I might take my time to, you know, fill that in a little more neatly. I'm going quickly for the sake of this video. And then what would we want to make these symbols? Would I just want them to be black so that they stand out? That could be possible. Or would we want them to be a color? I don't think we would want it to be too complicated because they're gonna be pretty small. Let me go ahead and just trace over that with a black colored pencil and see what I think. Oh yeah, that makes it stand out pretty nicely against that background. So I think a black outline might work for that. But again, I could try a few different things and see what I think. So that's what we would like you guys to work on if you have time at home. Mirtace and I, again, are gonna send you some more detailed information in the email that's written out as well, along with photos. Please let us know if you have questions. The best way for you to submit this work to us right now so that we can give you feedback is to take a picture. So with your cell phone, snap a shot of your sketchbook page, make sure that it's not blurry so we can see it. And then just attach that to the email and send it back to both of us, and we will get back to you guys really quickly, let you know what we think, give you feedback if we think you need to change something or if something's not working. But you know, you guys are pretty brilliant, so I'm not worried about that. I'm sure you're gonna have some great ideas. So that's it. Please let us know if you have any questions, and we really look forward to hearing from you. All right, bye.